Shadow Moltres hits the field of play. The opponent, unless they're running Thunder, going to only be able to hit for resisted. The opponent bank a bucket of energy, send out Landorus, but Landorus going to be straight in and straight out. Welcome back to the channel. As of today, we can do 100 battles or 20 sets per day with all 3 leagues available. So today we're going to be taking a look at the Open Master League, running a very fun triple flying strategy, and these battles have been submitted by my friend theCharonsClaw. Sticking with the theme of my channel, of course, we're going to have some Shadow Pokemon on display. theCharonsClaw is showcasing not one, but 2 of the OG Kanto flyers. Shadow Zapdos and Shadow Kanto Moltres, not the Galarian one. We are talking about the OG Firebird of Death, Kanto Moltres. It has, of course, cost theCharonsClaw a disgusting amount of resources. It takes 360 XL candy to max out a Shadow Pokemon, so of course, I very much appreciate the incredible investment. Without any further ado, let's get into the battles. And in game 1, theCharonsClaw finds himself in the Yvevtial mirror match. Oblivion Wing is the way to go here. Unless you're running Focus Blast, that would be the move to throw. theCharonsClaw fires off the Oblivion Wing. We see the pivot into Zapdos, hopefully catching the resisted Oblivion Wing. Holy, the opponent full send a Focus Blast. We're not complaining, we'll take that catch. The opponent answers our Zapdos save switch with Dialga. Dialga going to completely wall Zapdos. Zapdos fires off the Drill Peck. Unfortunately, just misses out on the second one. theCharonsClaw now sends Moltres onto the field of play. These fire spins are hitting the neutral, and a lot of neutral damage at that. We see theCharonsClaw invest the Protect Shield, unfortunately getting baited with the Iron Head. theCharonsClaw going to fire off the Sky Attack, not wanting to take any more fast move pressure or potentially get hit with a Draco Meteor. The opponent invests that Protect Shield, potentially looking to fire off the Draco. theCharonsClaw gets doubled down, baited on back-to-back Iron Heads, and we see the Simul swap back into the Yvevtial mirror. The opponent's already shown they've got Focus Blast. This should only be a Dark Pulse, or if they're actually running Oblivion Wing Focus Blast, a very spicy moveset. Undeterred, we Sucker Punch farm down the opposing Yvevtial, Sucker Punch farm down Dialga. The opponent sends out Necrozma. We fire off the Oblivion Wing, which thankfully goes shielded. The opponent able to Shadow Claw, farm us down, but Moltres has enough HP to reach the overhead, and we're going to start the video with a huge boom. Get that Necrozma off my screen, and we take that game. Heading into the next battle, we see the battle of the Dark types. Poor old Zarude has nowhere to run and nowhere to hide against this triple flying team. The opponent save switches into Kyogre, and here comes Zapdos. theCharonsClaw invests the Protect Shield, blocking up the Surf. You can see the Thunder Shocks have already got the opponent below half health, so we're going to fire off the Drill Peck. Drill Peck forces the Protect Shield. theCharonsClaw fires off one Thunder Shock and the next Drill Peck for optimal fast move time, and the opponent desperately looking to realign, but Zapdos will not be denied, able to reach the next Drill Peck, removing Kyogre from the field of play. You will have to excuse my very husky voice. My throat is still quite sore, but the show must go on. Out comes Zygarde. We're going to send out Yvevtial to operate as the damage sponge. The opponent doesn't even farm up to a potential outrage. theCharonsClaw very happy to tank a crunch. He's then going to return fire with the Oblivion Wing. Oblivion Wing, a pretty good charge move, but Zygarde has ridiculous bulk. You can see that Oblivion Wing just tickled. The opponent not even looking to bait a potential outrage, just firing off crunches, fishing for debuffs, and looking to cheese its way through this matchup. We tank the next crunch, return fire with the Oblivion Wing, finally getting the opponent into the red health range. The opponent doesn't commit to the full farm down. It looks like we're happy to shield this move up. Bank the Oblivion Wing and pivot into Moltres. Moltres looks for the resisted fire spin farm down. If I was home size Henry, I'd say the opponent saw the writing on the wall, recognising they were going to get overheated to the face and concede the match. In the next battle, we see Landorus. Landorus going to be somewhat of a core breaker for us as they have access to Stone Edge. Speaking of which, we get hit with a Stone Edge to the face, but Yvevtial able to withstand the damage, return fire with the Oblivion Wing, forcing us an early shield advantage. We see the instant no shield deployed. The opponent fire off the Santia Storm, which is double resisted and simply doesn't get the job done. A clutch survive, and we're able to reach the next Oblivion Wing. The opponent go all in on Landorus, and we see the aggressive pivot into Moltres. Moltres looks for the fire spin farm down, which we're unable to get. We invest the Protect Shield, correctly shielding on the Stone Edge. A huge Protect Shield deployed. Out comes Giratina. Moltres fires off the Sky Attack. Sky Attack, a pretty mid move, but when it comes from Moltres, it hits incredibly hard, already getting Giratina below half health. We're going to see the instant no shield deployed. The opponent go for the ominous wind bait. Moltres stands strong, reaches the Sky Attack, and Sky Attack will be moving Giratina from the field of play. You can see the theCharonsClaw spamming the switch into Zapdos. It's Yvevtial in the back, and we all know how this one ends. Zapdos reaches the Thunderbolt. Thunderbolt going to be massive overkill, and we take that game. Heading into the next battle, we see Tapu Bulu in the lead, running a triple flying team. Tapu Bulu should be very manageable. Arguably our worst answer is Yvevtial, so I'm quite surprised to see us not pivot out. The theCharonsClaw going to tank the Nature's Madness. Nature's Madness does a lot of damage, but the Bullet Seeds are going to be resisted. The theCharonsClaw overfarms, fires off the Oblivion Wing. Oblivion Wing forces a Protect Shield. The opponent opts to throw the next Nature's Madness, and we can see the theCharonsClaw match Protect Shields. The theCharonsClaw can overfarm. The opponent, not wanting to get hit with the next Oblivion Wing, opt to pivot out into the mirror. We fire off the Oblivion Wing, then send out Zapdos. As we've landed the Oblivion Wing, there's no need to Thunderbolt. We can just go straight Drill Peck, and that's exactly what we do. We go straight for the Drill Peck. Drill Peck secures the knockout. I highly doubt Tapu Bulu re-enters the arena as the opponent going to be forced to reveal their third. Uh-oh, trainer, are you weak in the back? Tapu Bulu re-enters the arena. Zapdos goes straight for the Drill Peck. Drill Peck forces the opponent's final Protect Shield. The theCharonsClaw actually willing to tank the Nature's Madness. Nature's Madness gets us low, but isn't enough to knock out. The opponent recognises they're not going to be able to Bullet Seed farm down. And whatever's in the back, I guess we'll never know. In the next battle, we see a dominating lead. Yvevtial into Giratina. I have no idea why the opponent's opting to stay in such a dreadful matchup. This Giratina is one of the rare Giratina actually running Dragon Pulse, but this is still an awful matchup for them. The theCharonsClaw overfarms, opts for the Oblivion Wing, perhaps anticipating the opponent trying to make a catch. No catch attempt is made, and out comes the basic pitch tin can. Yvevtial fires off the Dark Pulse, and we see the pivot into Moltres. The opponent answers our Moltres pivot with Landorus. Landorus does have access to Stone Edge, but these mud shots are single resisted, and you can see these fire spins are just tearing through their HP. We correctly shield at the Stone Edge, return fire with the Sky Attack. Sky Attack forces our Protect Shield back. Moltres doesn't have the best pacing, but able to reach the next Sky Attack. Sky Attack forces the opponent all shields down. The theCharonsClaw more than happy to invest a Protect Shield here. Again, the opponent falls in the Stone Edge. We then pivot back out into Yvevtial, anticipating the opponent instant throw in. They do not. We send out Zapdos. Zapdos going to be operating as the damage sponge. The opponent fire off the Iron Head, which is resisted. The opponent's found himself so low that even a resisted Drill Peck will be secure in the knockout. Zapdos is a Dialga counter confirmed. You heard it here first. Back out comes Landorus. Zapdos going to be able to outpace to the Drill Peck, and that is going to be all she wrote. GG's, and thanks for playing. Heading into the next battle, if I can actually breathe. We see Yvevtial into Dawnwing's Necrozma. The opponent say switch into Togekiss. We send out Moltres, and the opponent clearly think they're a victim of the algorithm as they very quickly run for the hills. In the next battle, we see Yvevtial into Landorus. Last time we looked to call the bait and the opponent full sent the Stone Edge. This time we invest the Protect Shield, and of course it is the Sancia Storm bait. Oh man, that feels so bad. The theCharonsClaw undeterred, able to land the Oblivion Wing, rocking the opponent deep into the red health range. We've seen a Stone Edge is survivable, so we're willing to tank the damage, and we do win the 0-1 shield scenario. Out comes Xerneas. Xerneas going to be greeted with the Oblivion Wing. As we're debuffed, it doesn't do all that much damage. We then pivot out into Zapdos. Zapdos baits back out Dawnwings, and Dawnwings is going to be greeted with a Drill Peck. Drill Peck forces a Protect Shield. The theCharonsClaw looks to fire off the next Drill Peck, but loses CMP. The theCharonsClaw going to invest a Protect Shield, blocking up the Dark Pulse, and he looks to get off his Drill Peck. How much damage does this do in the Master League? Oof, very, very respectable damage. The theCharonsClaw demonstrates very nice energy management over farming before firing off the Drill Peck. Drill Peck goes unshielded and secures the knockout. Back out comes Xerneas. We commit to the Thunderbolt, forcing the energy. The opponent fire off the Moonblast. However, this game is going to be sign sealed and delivered unless the opponent's running a very spicy moveset of Thunder. Moment of truth, do they have Thunder? I highly doubt it. It's just a Moonblast. Moltres going to be able to fire spin farm down, and we take that game. In the next battle, once again, we see a Yvevtial mirror. Last time, we saw the theCharonsClaw pull off some shenanigans, making a Focus Blast catch, and I'm anticipating and hoping for plenty more of that to come. We land the Oblivion Wing. This time, no catch attempt is made, so we're going to see the theCharonsClaw respect the incoming Oblivion Wing. Hello game, we're getting a huge amount of lag, But who cares about that? Clearly not the theCharonsClaw, as he's able to still make the catch regardless. Our Zapdos save switch is answerable. The Duskmane variant of Necrozma. As with our part steal, we are going to have to go for the more expensive Thunderbolt to hit for neutral. The opponent reaches the Dark Pulse at the same time and able to win the charge attack priority. Zapdos unable to get off any damage in this battle. We send back out Yvevtial fires off the Dark Pulse forces a Protect Shield. Are we going to put it all on Moltres? Looking to do the 1v3, the theCharonsClaw says no, correctly shields at the Sunsteel Strike and should be able to farm down. The opponent not wanting to get farmed down, pivot back out into their own Yvevtial, and Yvevtial is swiftly greeted with the Oblivion Wing. Oblivion Wing goes unshielded and secures the knockout, and out comes Landorus. Oof, this could get very, very dicey. Moltres is going to take double super effective from the Stone Edge. The opponent farms up, fire off the Stone Edge. A Stone Edge will be securing the knockout. And it's all down to Moltres to clean up. It's going to be a race. Can we reach the Sky Attack before the opponent reaches the Stone Edge? The opponent go for the catch unsuccessfully. We leave with the overheat, but unfortunately lose CMP. Stone Edge, double super effective. And we are going to take a heartbreaking loss. GG's to that opponent. Heading into the next battle. When I first saw the team, I was thinking Rhypherior will be a huge problem for us, but Yvevtial not too bad into this matchup as the Mud Slaps are double resisting. The opponent needs to full send a Rock Wrecker to do any meaningful damage. We correctly shield the Rock Wrecker, which is a pretty good start, and return fire with a Dark Pulse. Dark Pulse forces our Protect Shield back. Yvevtial able to outpace to the next Dark Pulse, and we really hope this one goes unshielded. Dark Pulse forces the opponent all shields down. The opponent going to heavily overfarm. We can probably fire spin farm down there. It is resisted, but would give us a very nice amount of farm. The opponent actually go for the break and swipe bait, which is huge for us. Yvevtial holds strong, fires off the next Dark Pulse, and wins the 1-2 shield scenario. Out comes Shiny Dragonite. Dragonite looks for the farm down. We actually bank an Oblivion Wing and send out Moltres. Shadow on Shadow crime. Even a Dragonclaw would do a lot. We invest in Protect Shield. Oh my days, the opponent full sent a Hurricane. Are you kidding me? Very cool tech from the opponent, but after shielding it up, the opponent concedes the match. Oh man, I did not see that one coming. In the next battle, I think it was a Mewtwo lead, I'll be honest. I'm still bamboozled by that Hurricane. They say switch into Xerneas, and once again, we send Moltres onto the field of play. Moltres going to overfarm before firing off the Sky Attack, looking to pick up the knockout. Sky Attack, force the protection. The opponent desperately looking to realign, but that simply will not happen. We're going to see the theCharonsClaw look to keep that super positive alignment, invest the Protect Shield. He then overfarms before firing off the next Sky Attack. Surely the opponent let this one go. The opponent still not giving up on flipping switch advantage. The theCharonsClaw happy to go all in on Moltres. The opponent fire off the close combat, then send out Duskmane. Can we reach the overheat? I thought it was boom time. Unfortunately, we are denied. I'm moaning about my throat hurting, and moments like that do not help. I honestly thought we was about to overheat him to the face, but we simply did not get there. We send out Zapdos. We bank the Thunderbolt and pivot out into Yvevtial. Yvevtial can tank any one move. The opponent fire off the Oblivion Wing, which rocks us deep into the red health range. The opponent send back out Xerneas. Xerneas going to be greeted with the Oblivion Wing. Oblivion Wing, of course, will be lethal. The opponent's got very, very little fast move pressure to us. They send back out Duskmane. Duskmane gets farmed down. Back out comes Mewtwo. Mewtwo going to be greeted with the Dark Pulse. Dark Pulse isn't quite lethal. We go for the wham, bam, combo play, serving up the Big Mac and the fries. And that's going to be all she wrote. Very, very nicely done. Heading into the next battle, if I can manage to regain any composure, we see a dreadful lead. Yvevtial into Xerneas. We say switch into Zapdos. The opponent makes a catch onto Groudon, although we're certainly not complaining, getting a huge energy lead in quite an advantageous matchup. Zapdos should be able to survive any one move. Precipice Blaze will be single resisted, and the Fire Punch hits for neutral, although in fairness, as that was Shadow and Shadow crime, that did so much more than I was expecting. Zapdos, little buddy, where is your bolt? Zapdos able to force a Protect Shield with the next Drill Peck, but Zapdos so far energy fires off the next Drill Peck, removing Groudon from the field of play. Zapdos has switch advantage and shield advantage. Xerneas re-enters the arena, but Zapdos still not done, fires off the next Drill Peck, forcing the opponent's final protection. The opponent looks for that Geomancy farm down. Zapdos absolutely popping off, makes the next Drill Peck, rocking them below half health. The opponent sends out their own Yvevtial, To Sucker Punch farm down Zapdos' remaining HP, but this game looks as good as over. We've got a 2-0 shield advantage. I personally would have loved to see Moltres enter the arena, just shield at whatever they throw and overheat him to the face. The theCharonsClaw actually opts to enter the mirror. The opponent fire off the Focus Blast. This should be the Dark Pulse. Finally get a prediction right. Last time the opponent had Focus Blast Oblivion Wing. We farm up to the double Oblivion Wing, land one. We then anticipate the attempted snipe, catch the charge move onto Moltres. The theCharonsClaw just playing with his food at this point. We're going to be able to fully fire spin farm down. We're not even respecting this Moonblast. Moonblast is resisted, doesn't get the job done. We're going to fire spin farm down and take that game. In the next battle, we see Zacian in the lead, another Pokemon that can be quite a core breaker, especially if they're running Wild Charge. The theCharonsClaw going to invest to protect shield, correctly shielding the Wild Charge. We then Simul swap, but we come out on top as we see Zapdos into Ho-Oh. There is no messing around. We are full sending the Thunderbolt. Thunderbolt! Oh. Go shielded. Will people, for the love of God, stop shielding the big nukes? I just want to see some big boom action. The opponent even shield up a Drill Peck. Drill Peck probably wouldn't have knocked him out, but we do force the opponent all shields down. They fire off the Sacred Fire. Sacred Fire removes us from the field of play. We send back out Yvevtial. Yvevtial fires off the Oblivion Wing. Unfortunately, it isn't enough to knock out. Are we going to trust in Moltres this time? We are indeed. The opponent fire off the Brave Bird. Out comes Rhypherior. Oh man, this looks so tough. How do we win this game? The opponent fire off the Breaking Swipe. We pivot out into Moltres. Moltres not going to appreciate the Rock Wrecker. Rock Wrecker double super effective. That video ended quite quickly. I imagine we rage quit and we're going to move swiftly on. We see a commanding lead. Yvevtial into Mewtwo. Mewtwo used to be a common threat until Yvevtial got the buff variant of Sucker Punch. Now it is pretty much non-existent, although we have seen a few today. The opponent say switch into the OG Tin Can. We send out Moltres, correctly shield the Draco Meteor. We fire off the Sky Attack. Sky Attack forced to protect shield back. Moltres looks to fire off the next Sky Attack. Please tell me the opponent with a debuff Dragon Breath can't flip this matchup. Oh man. Moltres, that was pathetic. Dialga gives us a very harsh reminder of what it used to be the top meta dog. We send out Zapdos, shield up a debuffed Iron Head, which feels very bad. The opponent sends back out Mewtwo, go for the charge move as soon as they get it, and we make the double resisted Side Strike catch back on Yvevtial, getting ourselves back in the game. The opponent enters the mirror with a health advantage but an energy disadvantage. The theCharonsClaw going to strike first, firing off the Oblivion Wing. Our Yvevtial is outside of Oblivion Wing range, so unless there's a Focus Blast, we should survive. Oof, there is the Focus Blast, and it's all down to Zapdos to clean up. Zapdos over farms before firing off the Drill Peck. Drill Peck easily going to be enough to knock out. Back out comes Mewtwo. The theCharonsClaw going to farm up to the double Drill Peck. However, I believe the opponent now received the energy for the Side Strike. They should be winning CMP. I've got no idea what the opponent's farming up to. Who knows? Who cares? Not me, but Zapdos picks up the one shot and we take that game. Heading into the next battle, we see Palkia Origin in the lead. A pretty neutral matchup. We're going to stay in, fire off the Oblivion Wing. Oblivion Wing forces us an early shield advantage. To be honest, we need to keep this thing far away from our Moltres. The theCharonsClaw going to invest to protect shield, correctly shield up the Spatial Rend, which is a huge shield for us. This should mean this is only an Aqua Tail, which is survivable. Aqua Tail rocks us deep into the red health range, but we hold strong, firing off the next Oblivion Wing. Oblivion Wing goes unshielded and we're able to remove that very annoying threat from the field of play. The opponent send up Dialga. Dialga able to Dragon Breath farm down, and Moltres, it's time for redemption. Last time Dialga absolutely made a fool of you. This opponent throws up poor timing, giving us a free fire spin, which we're certainly not complaining about. The opponent go for the Iron Head bait, which we shield, and we're going to return fire with a bait of our own. Sky Attack goes unshielded. Moltres looks for the fire spin farm down. The opponent not wanting to get farmed down, save Dialga at low health, and send out Rhypherior. Rhypherior invests to protect shield, blocking up the overheat. We show him Zapdos and concede the match. In the next battle, we see Dragonite in the lead. It's nice to catch the oppressive one-turn Dragon Breath user in the lead position on our bulkiest member of the team. The theCharonsClaw going to invest in early protect shield, blocking up the Dragon Claw. You can see these sucker punches tearing through Dragonite's HP. Likewise, we're not appreciating the breaths either. We fire off the Oblivion Wing, forcing a protect shield back. The theCharonsClaw with a decision to make. Last second, invest to protect shield, blocking up the next Dragon Claw. He doesn't commit to the Sucker Punch farm down, instead opting to throw the Oblivion Wing. Oblivion Wing forces the Protect Shield. We're still able to Sucker Punch farm down anyway, which is kind of best case scenario. Xerneas enters the arena. We send out Moltres. Moltres going to fully wall the opponent. Unless they've got Thunder, which I highly doubt. They send out Landorus, but Landorus going to be straight in and straight out. Overheat picks up that one-hit KO. We send out Zapdos, and the opponent runs for the hills, conceding the match. In the next battle, we see Palkia O once again in the lead position. This is kind of where the team wants to see it. We're going to farm up, go straight for the Oblivion Wing. Oblivion Wing forces us an early shield advantage. Last time, the opponent full sent a Spatial Rend. Again, we are going to respect it. This opponent bait with the Aqua Tail. Again, this should be an Aqua Tail. Aqua Tail is survival. Will get us very, very low. We're able to survive the Dragon Breaths, reach the next Oblivion Wing, which hopefully goes unshielded. If not, we might be in trouble. Thankfully, we're able to win the one shield scenario. Out comes Landorus. Landorus able to get a very nice Mud Shot farm down, and we are certainly in trouble. Neither of our remaining Pokemon are going to appreciate a Stone Edge. Last second, we invest to Protect Shield. The opponent full send the Stone Edge, and we now find ourselves with no shields to hide behind. Zapdos farms up, throws the Drill Peck. Drill Peck forces the Protect Shield. Zapdos able to reach the next Drill Peck. How do we win this game? Okay, we can Fire Spin farm down and hopefully just nuke whatever's in the back. What do we need in the back? Show me a Fairy type. That's not a Fairy, but they are weak to fire. Moltres unable to reach the OV, but we should survive any one move. The opponent throw the Dart Balls. We hold strong. Finally, the time has come. We pick up that one shot on Dustmane Necrozma, Fire Spin farm down Landorus, and take that game. What a way to end the video. GG's, and thanks for playing. A huge shout out to the theCharonsClaw for bringing us yet another very fun showcase. As I've said throughout the video, I apologise for how dreadful I sound. I'm still trying to recover from a very sore throat. My entire household has been suffering with some illness. It is what it is. I don't need your sympathy. I'm just explaining why I sound dreadful. So if you're enjoying the content, smash that like button if you're new. Consider subscribing if you like your battles featured on my channel. A link to the battle submission form is down below. And as always, a huge thanks to everyone for watching, and I'll see you all in the next one.